The Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, also known as IIIT Delhi, is a comprehensive research-led teaching institute where faculty, students, staff, and alumni work together in a spirit of discovery and creativity to build a better world. Established in 2008 by an act of the government of NCT of Delhi, IIIT Delhi is an autonomous university that emphasizes quality education, research, innovation leading to entrepreneurship. The teaching activity at the institute derives strength from the cutting-edge research conducted by faculty, strong industry linkage, and international collaborations. Every year, IIIT Delhi admits students in 8 undergraduate programs, BTech, and other courses of higher degree in 6 departments. IIIT Delhi was among the first institutes in India to offer some of the unique cross-disciplinary undergraduate programs. International students constitute about 10% of the admitted students in the UG program. Bringing us to this is Dr. Anuj Grover. We invite you, sir, for this webinar. Dr. Anuj Grover is an assistant professor of ECE department at this IIIT Delhi and teaches VLSI stream core and elective courses. He is also faculty in charge of international affairs in the office of the Dean of Academic Affairs. He is presently also playing the role of the founding head of the Center for Intelligent Product Development at IIIT Delhi. Before this, he also played the roles of Associate Dean, Innovation, Research and Design, and Chairman of Institute Innovation Council of IIIT Delhi. Dr. Grover obtained PhD from IIT Delhi in 2015, MS Electronic Circuits and Systems from USSD in 2003, and BTech EE in 2000. Professor, prior to joining IIIT in February 2019, he has been working as a principal engineer, a member of the technical staff at ST Microelectronics, Greater Noida. Welcome to you, Dr. Grover. In this talk, Dr. Grover will introduce IIIT Delhi, offers quick virtual campus tour, explain about the different routes of the admissions for international students, scholarship for international students, timeline of the admission, and we'll be happy to respond to queries that the participants may have. Some housekeeping tips: we would want you to mute your self and have no disturbance for some time till the entire presentation is over, which should not be more than 20 to 30 minutes, after which you can raise your questions in the in the chat, and then we will have your questions answered. Over to Dr. Anuj Grover, and he will take you through to the IIIT Delhi, introducing us to another opportunity in India for our students to for their higher education. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, David. Is my voice clear?
Yes.
Perfect. So welcome to all the people over here. Are you getting an echo somehow?
No. It's okay. Perfectly fine.
Perfect. Thank you. So I will take this opportunity to introduce IIIT Delhi to you. So in today's presentation, we will first look at what IIIT Delhi is about. I will give you a quick campus tour. We'll have a student, an alumni from your school, speak about his experience at IIIT Delhi. And then I will go into the details of admission process and the scholarships that we have to offer. And finally, we will close with Q&A. So IIIT Delhi, this is how the campus looks like, is a state university established by the government of NCT of Delhi. And it is administratively autonomous, which has a board which is made up of professors and a lot of industry experts. And we are academically fully autonomous, where we can create and define degrees and are empowered for all academic decisions independently. Unlike many other state universities, or institutes in the country, we are not a grant and aid institution, and we are self-sustaining. Our mission is to foster learning, knowledge creation, curation, and dissemination for a thriving humanity. And our vision is to be reputed for research with high scholarly impact, as also for translational research that addresses problems of the nation. We want to develop our students into well-rounded graduates with the knowledge and perspective to address and lead multidisciplinary challenges, provide an enriching environment for us and all those we interact with. Our core values revolve around integrity, compassion, freedom of inquiry, trustworthiness, and initiative. We have 6 departments, the departments of computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, computational biology, math, social sciences and humanities, and human-centered design. In terms of educational programs, we offer 8 bachelor's programs: the program in computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, computer science and applied mathematics, computer science and design, computer science and social sciences, computer science and biosciences, computer science and artificial intelligence, and electronics and VLSI engineering. The lower 6 programs are interdisciplinary in nature and are unique. And as David mentioned, these were the unique offerings from IIIT Delhi, and we were the first ones to offer them. Now, many other institutes are following suit, and they may have similar programs. In addition to the bachelor's programs, we also have master's program in computer science and engineering, ECE, and computational biology, with specializations across artificial intelligence, data engineering, information security, machine learning, VLSI and embedded systems, and computational biology, to name a few. We also have a very thriving PhD program with more than 10% of the students at the institute being PhD scholars. And they are offered a good stipend, travel support, overseas research fellowship, and so on. Our student intake has kind of stabilized. We presently induct around more than 600 students at the undergraduate level, about 280 to 90 students at the master's level. And in last year, we inducted around 40 students in the PhD program. In addition to these full-time programs, we also offer postgraduate diploma programs for data science and AI, and computer science and artificial intelligence. And we also offer a PG diploma program in data science and health and climate change for social impact. As David mentioned, we have more than 10% of our undergraduate students who come from the international background. And there are multiple routes of admission. We will talk about these routes later also. Additionally, we also have joint international programs where students will be admitted or will have an option to transition into 2+2 BTech degree by IIIT Delhi and a BS degree by SUNY Albany, where they will spend 2 years at IIIT Delhi and the later 2 years of their degree at SUNY Albany. They can also opt for a single or dual degree program where they will spend 3 years at IIIT Delhi and 1 or 1.5 years at SUNY Albany to get the master's degree from them. There is also a 4+1 model where they will get a BTech degree from IIIT Delhi and they will spend the entire 4 years here, and a 1-year master's degree from SUNY Albany. We're also working on similar programs with other universities. As I mentioned, there are multiple routes of admission to IIIT Delhi for international students, and this is the breakup where a majority of the international students are inducted through the IIIT Delhi direct process, but we also have students coming from Study in India program, ICCR, and DASA. As of now, we have more than 30 nationalities represented in our campus. So this is a slightly old slide. We already hired our 100th regular faculty member very recently. And we have these faculty who have done their PhD or postdoctorate degree from all across the world. All our regular faculty members are PhD. Since we have a very broad exposure to the international ecosystem, we also have a lot of research collaborations across the world. And our academic collaborations, as you will notice, span the entire world and definitely also all across India. We also have industry collaborations with big names like Fast Retailing, ST Microelectronics, Care On Co, Logically, Great Learning, Tata Consultancy Services, Thales, and our faculty has won awards and recognitions, including those in Guinness Book of World Records, Google Awards, and the like. In terms of research, we have 11 research centers, starting from a Center for Artificial Intelligence, Design and New Media, Center for Technology in Policing, Center of Excellence in Healthcare, Center of Excellence on Sustainable Mobility, to Center of Excellence on Light Fidelity, Data Card Center of Excellence for Data, Bioinformatics and Computational Biology Center, Center of Excellence in Human-Centered Computing, Center for Quantum Technologies, and Center for Intelligent Product Development. And we will pretty soon also have a center on space technologies launched. In addition to these centers, there are faculty research labs. I cannot read the names of each and every one of them, but by the very nature of this and the next slide, you will see that there are a large number of faculty research labs in the institute where the students can join to do further research. We also have a lot of sponsored projects, and these sponsored projects and the other projects done at the institute are also distributed across the wide spectrum of sustainability development goals. While we are a research-led university, we also have a very strong focus on entrepreneurship. So we want the innovation and research that we do at the institute to also be turned into ventures and bring profit and benefit to the society and the people who do the research. We have a special entrepreneurship minor for the BTech students in our institute. If there is interest, I can talk about minor programs later. There is an entrepreneurship cell, which is a student cell. We also have an entrepreneurship summit every year. Wisdom talks are organized regularly. There is an Institute Innovation Council that takes care of these student events. In addition to that, there is also Student Pitch Cafe. There is a faculty in charge for entrepreneurship. There is a research initiation grant that is given to faculty. So typically in other universities across the world, if there is a facility of a research initiation grant, that is typically meant only for research. IIIT Delhi is probably the only university in the country to have research initiation grant also for entrepreneurial activity. And the faculty are also evaluated for their any entrepreneurship venture or their entrepreneurship activity. So this is unique to IIIT Delhi in India. In addition to this, we also have a technology innovation hub, which is funded by the Department of Science and Technology and to the tune of 100 crores. It has fellowship programs, startup seed funding, entrepreneurship residence program, and a medical robotics center in collaboration with IIT Delhi. We also have an innovation and incubation center, which is a non-profit Section 8 company promoted by IIIT Delhi, which offers seed funding, pre-incubation support, mentoring facilities, alumni fellowship, a co-working space, post-incubation, and incubation facilities. We are proud to say that we have worked on over 100 startups now. We have already graduated more than 64 startups, and there are more than 35 startups on campus today. So these slides are a little old, so the number says 30. As I already mentioned, the Incubation Center does a wide range of activities, including funding and mentoring. The thrust areas of the incubation center include artificial and intelligence and machine learning, wireless technologies, digital humanities and social sciences, image processing and computer processing, robotics and drone technology. In fact, we have a special drone technology lab that is funded by CSIR, and a human computer interaction and design. The current startups, these are the logos of the current startups, and they're working on a wide range of uh, technical areas. The students at IIIT Delhi um, have so we have more than 3,000 students at IIIT Delhi today, and the median salary of the graduating batches has been consistently rising over the past years. We are proud to say that more than 96% of students who are eligible for placement are placed. Our alumni base, so this is definitely an old slide. Today we had our convocation and we graduated another 760 students today. So our graduated students and the alumni base today stands at more than 4,600 students. Our alumni are spread all over the world, and many of our alumni are pursuing higher studies at the best universities across the world. They are also working with some of the best recruiters in the world, and we're proud of the achievements that these alumni make and are continuing to, and the impact that they are continuing to make in the world. In terms of infrastructure, we have a very rich infrastructure. Our library is a 4-storied building with more than 2,400 square meter area. And one very interesting feature of our library is, so typically in libraries, there is a silence zone that you're not allowed to speak. But IIIT Delhi Library has more discussion rooms and more area dedicated to discussions and brainstorming sessions than the silent zones. So library is definitely going to have some silent zones, but we have a large amount of area that is dedicated to study spaces which are open 24/7. In terms of infrastructure, in addition to this library, we have modern lecture halls, research labs, multi-outlet dining facility, gym, club rooms, indoor swimming pool, uh, and hostel with climate control facility. In fact, all our buildings are fully climate controlled. They have heating in the winters and cooling in the summers. Just a quick glimpse of some of our sports facilities. And we're proud to say that we are a women-friendly campus, and we have more than 31 student clubs, which ensure that we have a vibrant student life when students are here. This is the student center, which houses many clubs there. A lot of student activities happen here, and also the canteen and the multi food outlet. This is the outside view of our sports complex, which houses the indoor swimming pool. We're proud to say that we have been recognized in multiple forums. FICCI recently awarded us the University of the Year in 10 to 30 year category. We're also proud to be awarded and have the highest Greha rating, that is a 4-star rating. And we have a very clean and spick and span campus over here. We consistently rank well in various ranking systems, whether they are national or international. This is a little bit about IIIT Delhi. Thank you for paying your attention here. I would not now like to invite our student, Hemant, to share his thoughts with you.
Hi everyone, this is Hemant. I belong to the batch of 28 of IIIT Delhi. College, like our first sem started off on August 12th, and I would say the 2 months which I have been in IIIT Delhi were really good. Like when it comes to the course curriculum, it's properly well structured, and also unlike all the other NITs or any other college, our IIIT Delhi actually focuses on computer science. So like you start off with building your basics in algorithms in Python in the first sem, and in second sem you go to competitive programming and DSA. And also the professors are really helpful, are like there all the time for you. You just have to mail them and they'll respond and clarify all your doubts within a few hours. And also when it comes to the clubs, we have like there are like technical and non-technical clubs. So the non in which you have like so many opportunities. So there's like a chess club, there's a dance and art club for the non-technical clubs. And when it comes to technical clubs, you have clubs such as Build, Cyborg, Dark Code. So and some clubs which are involved in like ethical hacking, cybersecurity, whereas there are some clubs that are involved in like designing and testing some pages of the IIIT Delhi website and so on. And like the first sem, we had like TAs who are actually there to solve your doubts. So and each and every TA is like really helpful. So you whatever doubt you have and at whatever time you want, you can go meet your TA and then he'll sit with you, explain each and every question properly. And we also have like in our course, we have like a bunch of labs and tutorials. And each lab, like with each lab, you have like a difficulty increasing. So you get to meet different kinds of people, different types of people trying out a question. So some people solve codes in like less lines, some people solve codes in like very like they take too many lines to solve a question. So like there are different kinds of people in our college, and they have each one is like smart in his or her own way. So it's really good. The friends, like you have a really nice, you can build really nice friendships there. The relations with prof is really good with your TAs, and then also you have like really nice clubs and course curriculum. So yeah, when I came to IIIT Delhi, I was like, yeah, I mean, I was actually initially scared at first. Like, I used to hear people tell that it's going to be really tough for you. It's not going to be, it's like really tougher than other colleges. Curriculum is worse and all that. But honestly, once I went to IIIT Delhi, I actually felt it better than a few, like most of the other colleges where my friends are. That's because its curriculum is structured, everything is proper. Like you have profs explaining each and every detail. So like they also help you like revise concepts from 11 and 12. So let's say in linear algebra, we were doing this topic regarding partitions and sets, and quite a few of us couldn't recall what it was. So the prof actually took a session, explained everything like about sets, partitions, subspaces, all that. And then after that, he again went back to teach his topic. So like they actually help you revise all the concepts in college. They revise all your 11 and 12 concepts. At the same time, they come and teach you like what is actually important for the course. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Hemant. I will now like to show you a quick campus tour. Now, we will move to the next part of our agenda today, where I will talk about the international students admission process and scholarships. This is the slide that I had shown earlier. So there are essentially 4 different modes of admission to IIIT Delhi. One is the IIIT Delhi direct admissions, international admissions process. Another is study in India program. A third route of admission is direct admission of students abroad, DASA. And the fourth is through ICCR. So for the IIIT Delhi international admissions process, we have 3 rounds of application. Early round, for which the application deadline is in mid-January. Regular round, where the application deadline is in mid-March. And late round, with the application deadline in mid-April. Application process involves you first directly applying to the IIIT Delhi portal. Here, since many of you are still studying and have not completed your class 12th, you would not have the board exam results or the class 12 final marks. So we look forward to your scores from class 9th until 11th, or in fact, even the midterm exams of class 12th. ACT and SAT scores are not mandatory, though they are good to add. There is a short statement of purpose in the application form itself that you can fill. We've also required 3 letters of recommendation, which you can share separately. Once the applications have been received, all the candidates are expected to go through a written test, which is primarily about quantitative aptitude and math. Then the shortlisted candidates then come for an interaction. And based on the interaction, the availability of scholarships, scores that the student has, extracurricular achievements, and the assessment of the committee during interaction, we offer you an admission letter with scholarship options. Subsequent to this offer letter, you are expected to deposit fee, the one-time fee within 1 week, and let us know which scholarship option you have selected. And there is some time, a deadline is given to deposit the first semester fee and other components of the fee. In terms of scholarships, we have up to 100% tuition fee scholarships available. The scholarships are initially given for 1 year only. And subsequently, at the end of first year, and then after every semester, they are reviewed amongst the students, amongst the international students eligible for these scholarships of the batch, and they are redistributed. This is done to ensure that any misjudgment that we may do at the time of admission is corrected, and students who are truly meritorious get the scholarship. This also is to take care of the fact that if a student has applied in the early round and we have more scholarships available in the early round, they may get a scholarship. But a more meritorious student who applies in the late round may not get a scholarship because fewer scholarships are available in the late round. So at the end of first year, the more meritorious student we expect would perform better and would be able to earn a scholarship. This is also good. The semester by semester review is also good because if due to some reason the student is not able to perform well in any given semester, they can simply pull up their socks, work hard, and do well in the subsequent semester and get their scholarship back. When we say that the scholarships are reviewed and redistributed, it may happen that a person who received a 50% scholarship at the time of admission, because they performed well after joining IIIT, may be given a 75% scholarship or a 100% scholarship. However, it may also happen that if you do not perform well after joining IIIT Delhi, then the scholarship amount may reduce to 25% or even 0%. In the past academic year, we distributed scholarships worth $160K to the students through this program. There are other opportunities for financial support, and a student can always top up their scholarship with these opportunities. In the 3rd and 4th year, the UG students are eligible for teaching assistantships. Postgraduate students are eligible for this from the first semester onwards. Then IIIT Delhi is probably one of the very few universities in the country to encourage research for UG students. So when you work with faculty on projects, you might also be eligible for research fellowships. One such fellowship is also the Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship, which not only includes stipend during summers, but also travel grant if you end up or if you get to publish your work in some reputed conference. You can also work for stipend and in various centers of excellence that I listed earlier. The Study in India program is very similar in terms of structure and admission process to the IIIT Delhi Direct program. Just that instead of applying on the IIIT Delhi portal, you apply on the Study in India program portal. And then the same process is followed. It also has the same fee structure as the IIIT Delhi process. Many of you must already be aware about the DASA admission process. And this is eligible for, in fact, I've written Indian students, but also other foreign students studying abroad. And it is based on your score in JEE mains. We have no role to play, or we do not interact with the students also for the DASA program. It is the counseling and the cutoff in that counseling process through which students get admitted to IIIT Delhi. The fee is as per DASA guidelines, and there are a few seats that are available for CIWG students also. IIIT Delhi being a prestigious university, our ranks close very high up, and JEE mains percentile would be around, I think, 97 or 98, at which the admission to IIIT Delhi closes. Another route of admission is through ICCR. International Council for Cultural Relations offers a scholarship for the tuition fees, even the hostel fees, and also travel from the home country to India. Over here, you directly apply on ICCR portal. The shortlisted candidates are invited for an interaction, and the results are shared with ICCR. After we share the results with ICCR, we have no control over how the missions in the respective countries distribute these admissions and the scholarships to the students. A very quick comparison of the various routes of admission to IIIT Delhi. The IIIT Delhi direct process is initiated. The applications open in November. As I already mentioned, there are 3 rounds of admission starting mid-January, and the tuition fee per semester is $7,500 for the BTech students. There are scholarships of up to 100% of this tuition fees, and the number of seats are up to 50. The Study in India program is aligned with the late, so the deadline is aligned with the late round. The admission process begins sometime in January. As I already mentioned, the fees and the scholarship structure remains same. For DASA, every year a different university in India is entrusted with the responsibility for the admission process. Based on their availability and preference, the admission process starts sometime in May or June. The deadline could be in June and July. And the tuition fee for the DASA route is US $4,000. This is already discounted for the international students. So the students admitted through the DASA process are not eligible for any scholarship. CIWG students are also admitted through the DASA process. The CIWG fee is the recommended fee for the CIWG students is the higher of whatever the recommendation is from the central government institutes, or the fee of the institute. So for us, our Indian student fee is higher than the CIWG fee. So the CIWG students pay the fee equivalent to Indian student fees. The ICCR students do not need to pay any fees. Their fees is entirely sponsored by the Government of India. The admission dates for the ICCR route are also aligned with the IIIT Delhi late round. So with this, I'm open to questions. Please, you can either unmute yourself or you can put your questions in the chat window and I'll be happy to respond.
So we listened to Hemon. Thank you very much, Hemon, for your testimonial. We are glad that you have taken our route and reached the IIIT Delhi. And we are very proud that you are there and you're progressing well. We thank Professor Dr. Anuj Grover for the presentation. And also the pace in which he presented was an extremely nice pace in which it takes everyone's concentration and focus to listen to him. We found many of them pacing through the entire presentation and we find it difficult to catch up. And this is the time for question answer. There is a question now from Pushpa and then Krish. And so doctor will take them and answer them. If there's anything connected with the school, let me know, I'll answer that.
Sure. So the first question that I have in the chat window is about whether a student can apply through multiple routes of admission. Yes, you can apply. So in fact, let us say you got admitted through the IIIT Delhi regular process and you took admission with some particular scholarship. If you also get admitted through DASA, then we will transfer your fee already to the DASA program. So you do not need to apply for refund or any other thing. You just need to tell us that I have also been admitted through DASA, so I am withdrawing my IIIT Delhi route seat, and I would come back through DASA. So this is allowed, and same for ICCR. So for ICCR, the fee would be refunded. But from what I understand, ICCR typically prefers to offer admission to native students of the countries where the missions are, because students of Indian origin typically have the option to apply through DASA. So the next question is from Krish, where he asks that is application possible through SAT like in IIIT Hyderabad? No. The SAT score is not mandatory for admission to IIIT Delhi. And if you are giving SAT, you can decide to send your scores to other universities. If you wish to share your score with us, you can directly share the PDF. We do not need a separate validation of the SAT scores from SAT. So the hostels are all climate controlled. So the next question is about the hostels. So as I mentioned, the hostels are all climate controlled. We have ACs in like cooling in the winters and heating in the cooling in the summers and heating in the winters. And the hostel fee, depending on the type of room that the student chooses, there are double sharing rooms and also triple sharing rooms. Depending on the type of the room that the student chooses, the fee could be anything like 8,000 to 10,000 or 15,000 per month for a single room. What is the cutoff of JEE mains in case the student wants to opt through DASA and CIWG? So if a student applies, so there is no one standard cutoff that I can talk about, because every year it is more about the number of students who have applied for admission to IIIT Delhi and the branch that they have applied to. Typically, in our experience, that is that the DASA admissions close within the top 4 or 5 percentile for JEE mains. If you want, you can also unmute and ask a question. So then the question is the direct entrance exam on the same pattern as JEE or? So the quantitative aptitude test is very, very simple. It is based on NCERT syllabus. So JEE is also based on NCERT syllabus, but it's a very long exam. For us, this entrance or the shortlisting criteria is based on just 30 minutes to 45 minutes quantitative aptitude test. It's much simpler than JEE for all practical purposes. So even if you're not preparing for JEE, you can always you stand a great chance to get admitted to IIIT.
Any more questions, please? I have one, if you permit, that's regarding the interaction after this. How do you conduct the interaction phase of the admission?
Okay, so based on the results of the quantitative aptitude test, we create a merit list, and then so basically all the students who qualify the minimum threshold in that aptitude test, they are invited for an interaction. It is then that we are able to look at your application in detail. So if you do not pass the threshold of the quantitative aptitude test, then even if you have a brilliant application, we will not even be able to consider it. So once you come for the interaction, it's a 2 or 3 member panel of professors that interacts with you. And this panel typically looks at your communication skills, interacts with you to understand what your experience was across various accomplishments that you may have mentioned in your application, application. And it's a very informal and a very candid interaction. The purpose of this interaction is more to see that the student is able to understand the Indian accent. So it could be any professors at IIIT Delhi who could be a part of this interaction. And since you could be doing courses with them, it is important that you are able to understand the way we speak English. And it is not just that in terms of courses. Once you are here in India, you are also expected to have social relationships and bonding with other students. So if you are not able to converse well in English, then it's a big no-go for us. So this interaction is primarily to check that the claims made in the application are valid and that you are comfortable in interacting with people at IIIT Delhi. So, David, does that answer your question?
Yeah. So it's a face-to-face in Delhi.
No, it's an online interaction. We typically would come on a Zoom call or something like that. And just for this interaction, we don't want to bring you to Delhi. It's a short interaction, just 15 to 20 minutes interaction. So there's no need to come to Delhi.
Thank you. I think the next question is sample papers.
So we believe that the students, your seniors who are already at IIIT Delhi should be able to share those with you. They are pretty simple, and we can make them available to the candidates, but we've not done that yet. So if you apply, and when you apply after that, if you request for past year papers, we can share them with you. That's not a challenge at all. And yes, it is 2 semesters per year. Our admissions typically happen for the monsoon semester. The semester starts sometime in end of July, first week of August, and continues until the first week of December. The exams and the grading typically ends within third week of December. There's a short break after that, and then the winter semester starts in early January. It continues until early May. And then there is a summer break in which students can go for internships. Some students can also take courses at IIIT Delhi in the summer semester. So summer semester is a very thin semester. We do not encourage students to take courses in the summer semester. It is only those students who have, they failed some subject or they need to cover up their backup. they take courses. We do not even float many courses in the summer semesters. So practically there are 2 semesters only, and the summers are for internships. And that is what takes me to the next question. A lot of students in their third year and final year, that is in between their second and third year and the third and fourth year, go for internships. Many students apply for internships at universities across the world, and they go into interning with research labs. This also helps them to get admission to these universities later. And even if not these universities, other universities, because they have this international experience. Our training and placement cell also facilitates internships, and many students get to go to companies like Microsoft Research, Google in the research category, and many other companies. IIIT Delhi also is probably the only university in the country to have 3 incubation centers. 2 I already mentioned in my presentation. One was the Innovation and Incubation Center, that is a Section 8 company established by IIIT Delhi. The other one was the Technology Innovation Hub with the DST funding of 100 crores that I mentioned. Both have this mission of encouraging startups. There is another incubation center at IIIT Delhi that is known as the Entrepreneur Park. This is dedicated to those startups that work on electronics-based ideas, electronic product-based ideas. So it collaborates very closely with the Center for Intelligent Product Development. And a lot of students can actually do internships with startups in all of these 3 incubation centers. And as I also mentioned, people can also do internship with the centers of excellence and with the faculty. So the next question is about, is there any connection between IIIT Delhi and IIIT Hyderabad? And are any transfers allowed between these institutions? Is the admission criteria same for the both? So no, IIIT Delhi is completely independent and not related to IIIT Hyderabad at all. So just to clarify, there are different models of IIITs that you will have in India. There are about 11 or 12 IIITs, which are Indian Institutes of Information Technologies across various cities in the country. And these are centrally funded institutes. They are grant-in aid institutes. They are independent. They take their admission through JEE mains route. Okay. Then IIIT Delhi, IIIT Hyderabad, and IIIT Bangalore are 3 independent IIITs. IIIT Delhi is a state university. We were established by the act of the state government. In those terms, we are a government institute. We are expected and we align to the mandates set up by the state government. We are not a granted institute, so the student fee is such that it covers the cost of education. IIIT Hyderabad and IIIT Bangalore are fully private institutes. They are not government institutes. IIIT Delhi stands for Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, and IIIT Hyderabad and Bangalore stand for International Institutes of Information Technology, and so on. So the names are also very different. And since we are completely independent, there is no transfer that is possible. If you get admitted to one, you cannot really transfer seamlessly to another. There is no such route as of now. Now, there are guidelines from the Government of India to be aligned to a National Education Policy 2020, through which we will probably enable transfer from some institutes in the country, which may include IITs and other institutes of repute, to IIIT Delhi. And those institutes, so mostly these agreements will be reciprocal, and those institutes may also allow students of IIIT Delhi to take transfer to their institutes. But this is not guaranteed. There is no timeline set for this. And when this happens, we do not know. And since again about the admission criteria, since we are independent institutes, we have independent admission processes, and there's no relation between them. So the next question is, can students in UAE take exam from UAE, or they have to come to, you written IIT Delhi, but we are IIIT Delhi. So the quantitative aptitude exam is online. It is done through a Zoom call again, and you do not need to come to Delhi to give this exam. In terms of option to work while studying, we strongly recommend students to focus on studies while they are at IIIT Delhi. If you notice that the admission or the scholarship scheme that I just talked to you about, where the students can raise their level of scholarship by getting good scores, that is in a way to encourage you to focus on learning, on your coursework, rather than like in other universities. Like I've done my master's from University of California, San Diego, and I saw that many undergraduate students would work with McDonald's or with Burkos or with other food outlets or some other such, tiny little jobs so that they could make their ends meet. We believe that that is not required, that is not needed. If you focus on studies, we have a lot of scholarships, and we would be happy to, pay you much more than what these internships may pay you. So, having said that, students at IIIT do take part-time consultancy assignments and things like that. This makes their curricular studies actually suffer significantly. We have no guideline of how much time they can take this consultancy assignments independently. We do not encourage that, and we in fact encourage students to focus on extracurricular activities at the institute. We want them to participate in, we have more than 31 clubs. We want them to participate in those clubs rather than spend their time on these internships. As I said, if there are constraints of finances from the family side or something like that, we would encourage them to work hard and get their scholarship levels up. That would be more fruitful than frittering away their energies in these internships and consultancy assignments. I hope that answers your question. So the next question is about ragging, and thank you, Hemant, for answering it on my behalf, because we are a no ragging campus, and we are very, very strict about any incidents of ragging that are reported and found to be true. Students have been, they have had disciplinary action committees set on them, and they have been suspended for semester long, or depending on the gravity of the instance. We have also had students thrown out of the institute if we come to know of ragging.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I would just want to add one thing here. Yeah. While we are very strict against ragging, we do encourage a lot of interaction with seniors, and there is a mentorship program through which students can connect with seniors and learn from them. So one nice thing that I find about IIIT Delhi is that students call seniors with bhaiya and didi, and not as sir or ma'am, as is the case in numerous other engineering colleges in the country.
Can I have the last question? IIIT Delhi allows visitors, and they get a campus tour if our students and parents come there during vacations.
Yes, definitely. If you wish to visit IIIT Delhi, So there are standard open houses. There are at least 3 open house sessions that we conduct every year. And you can join any of those open house sessions. Those are a very good opportunity because you get to interact with a lot of students and they share their experience with you firsthand. Over here, we only had Hemant sharing his experience, but over there you will have all the students talk about, you can ask them any questions about the curriculum, about any aspect of life at IIIT Delhi. So so there are these open houses that we conduct, which you can come to. But that is not the only time that you can come to IIIT Delhi. If you are interested to visit the campus, have a look at the campus and facilities, then you can always write to the International Affairs Office and tell us about your date of arrival and the like, and we can arrange a set of students from the international office to come with you and take you around campus and give you a glimpse of the campus there. Because you mentioned about interdisciplinary courses and a very strong focus on technology, I would want to share that we have these courses we have this BTech programs on computer science and design. We have this BTech program on computer science and biosciences, and also the one on computer science and social sciences. So in fact, those who are interested in pursuing these alternate fields of education and not just science and engineering can also participate in these programs. And I'd also like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to your students and parents. And I'm glad and I'm happy that I could be of help. If you have any further questions, please feel free to write to me at my email address. My email address is anuj, ANUJ, @IIITD.ac.in. Otherwise, you can also write to our international office. Again, the details are available on our website. We'll be happy to respond to any questions that you may have.